Hi everybody, my name is Michelle and this is my channel Sewing Bunny, and today's video is showing you all of my August makes. Now I'm hoping this video might look a tiny bit different because I've actually upgraded my phone to one of the iPhone Pro phones, which apparently is meant to have a better camera and everything, so I'm hoping that you might be able to get a better picture. I don't know if it'll actually make any difference at all, but my contract was up for renewal, so I thought let's try and get one with a decent camera on. And yes, anyway, so I'm just going to get straight in there and show you everything that I made from August. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my sew along from August, which was the Helen's Closet Gilbert top, and this is it here. I will also insert pictures as well of me wearing it. But yeah, this was my Felicity Fabrics kind of vlog, if you will, because they did give me this fabric in exchange for a review. And basically that review turned into the sew along because you guys voted for this top to be the sew along. So yeah, if you haven't checked that sew along out, then please do. I will put a card in here, so if anyone does want to go and have a look at it. But yeah, this is the Gilbert top, and I really love this pattern. It's such a good pattern. It looks extremely kind of like easy wearing, and the instructions that Helen gives are so good. I did not get stuck on any element of this top, and yeah, I kind of found it enough of a challenge to kind of, you know, increase my sewing skills, but easy enough to follow. So I would recommend, if you are maybe an advanced beginner or intermediate, that this is going to be an amazing pattern for you to try. And this fabric is so pretty. It was such a joy to work with. This is the Lady McElroy Lake Windermere cotton lawn. And it just looks so cute in this top, doesn't it? It's absolutely adorable. And I did actually match up as well with some little novelty buttons with little sailboats on. So I think that just kind of finishes it off really, really nicely. I'm so happy with the way this fits. I think if I was to make it again, which I definitely will do, I think if I'm going to make the tie front, I might actually just lower it slightly, just because when I have been wearing it, I love it, but I just kind of find when I raise my arms, it just kind of lifts up a little bit too much for my liking, and I kind of tend to wear like a white vest top kind of tucked into my shorts or my jeans, and I kind of quite like the idea of not being able to have to wear a vest top or a little cami top underneath, so I might just kind of extend it down just ever so slightly, I think, possibly on my next one. But yeah, that was my first make from August. Okay, and then next up I'm going to show you the Simplicity 8920, which is this one here. And I made View C, which is this one. So this is just like a standard kind of, actually it's the one that the model's wearing. It's just a standard fitted kind of tunic top. And then it's got these lovely little tie sleeve details. And the fabric that I used was from the Sew Hayley Jane box from July. And it's this one here. And I love this top, I really do. I will insert again some pictures, and I've worn this so much. It's just a perfect little top. I actually, when I first got this fabric, I was a bit like, oh, I don't really know what to make with it, but I knew I kind of wanted to make kind of a blouse out of it. And I wear this so much that actually it's become a proper staple in my wardrobe. I really love it, and I've had so many nice compliments on it as well. I added in a little handmade label, which was from Kylie in the Machine, which I think I got from Felicity Fabrics, I think, as well. And yeah, so I've got these lovely little tie details. I tend to, I mean, in the picture, she's just kind of tied them, you know, kind of quite loosely, but, you know, kind of get in the way and kind of, you know, dangling my dinner and all that. So all I've done is tie it in an actual bow. and I think that looks really, really nice. The only thing I will say is that I have worn it and a couple of times the bows have come undone, and you have to kind of like fiddle about trying to tie it back up, so I normally have to get someone to help me. But yeah, I mean, I think I just need to maybe just double knot them, and then I think they'll be fine. But yeah, that's the Simplicity top, and yeah, I really like that one. And yeah, as I say, I'm so happy I made it. It's become an absolute staple in my wardrobe now, and I will definitely make more of those. Okay, and then the next one is the Friday pattern Wilder gown. And it was very close actually between the Wilder gown and the Gilbert top to be the sew along, but the Gilbert top just snuck in there. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this one, and I made it out of, you might notice I'm a bit matchy here, but I made it out of this beautiful berry viscose. And this came as part of my Guthrie Ghani Sewing Society kit. And so you get the fabric, you get the notions, you know, like thread and things like that. You also get this absolutely adorable little label that says made by me with G&G. And I just think that's lovely. So yeah, the Wilder gown, what I did is I did change from the original pattern slightly. So I made the size medium, and I know a lot of people, because of the way that the pattern is, it is very kind of loose fitting, but I made this as per my measurements on the pattern envelope. So I went for a size medium, and for me, this fits me perfectly. I wouldn't size down if I was to make it again. I would stick with it, but I quite like the kind of the floatiness of it. So what I did slightly differently is I lowered the seam line for the waist. So I lowered it by 2 inches, just because when I was looking at the pattern pieces, it is kind of like meant to be quite an empire waist. And I just thought, for me, I want to be able to maybe wear it with a belt or something, because I want to have the option of having it very loose, but I also want to have the option of having it belted. And I thought it's going to look a bit weird if I put a belt on it, and the waistline is obviously on the empire waist, and I thought that's a bit high. So I thought I'll lower it by 2 inches. I'll see how I get along. I could always raise it up, but this for me is perfect. This sits more or less dead on my waist, so I'm very happy with that. And then as for the bottom, I did do the ruffle at the bottom, but I'm not sure if you can see it there. I'm kind of camouflaging it a little bit with the top I'm wearing. But what I did is, so the Wilder gown comes in different variations here. So what I did is I did this version, and I added on this ruffle, but I actually cut that ruffle off almost in half. So I only added on half of this additional ruffle, and for me it sits perfectly. It just sits just below my knee, and when I wear it with a belt, because it kind of cinches it in a little bit, it then sits at the knee. And for me, it's absolutely perfect. I absolutely love this this dress. And again, I've had so many compliments on it. I wore it to Stuart's granddad's 99th birthday party. We had a little garden party with just a few members of the family, and yeah, it was just absolutely lovely. And everyone liked it, and I just wore it with some black tights and a little cropped black cardigan, and yeah, it looked lovely. So I'm really happy with that one. And the kit from Guthrie Ghani was so good. It was so reasonably priced, I think, for what you get. And then that kind of leads me on, because you get on the part of the kit I got 4.1 meters, but because I made the adjustment to the lower tier, I had just enough to make, oh, I dropped that, just enough to make this little top, which is the Ogden cami. And I mean, everyone probably, you know, if you've got a metre of fabric left, then, you know, that equals Ogden cami. So I was so happy that I was able to get 2 garments out of this beautiful fabric. And again, I've worn this quite a lot. I've actually been wearing it to work today, because the weather has suddenly changed and we have got a heat wave. So there was me talking probably in my last couple of videos going, oh, must be prepared for autumn, winter, and now it's nearly 30 degrees again. I know I talk about the weather a lot here in England, but it's just ridiculous. It's just cold one day, then boiling hot the next. But anyway, so yeah, I made this little Ogden cami and I love it. It's so pretty, and I've actually teamed it up with some 3/4 ready to wear jeans, and I have to show you my shoes. I'll have to take them off, hang on. So these are my shoes. They are, they've got little cats on. They're so cute. And then like this little leopard print in the background, and I just think they go really well with my top. So yeah, these are Skechers bobs, and yeah, they're really comfortable. They're like memory foam and everything. I'm not associated at all, but I love these. So yeah, let me just put that back on my foot. Right, yes, so that was my Ogden cami. Okay, and then the next makes that I'm going to show you was actually part of my lovely sewing collaboration with the lovely Anna from You've Got Me in Stitches. Again, I'll pop a little card up here in case you haven't seen that video. But basically, me and Anna got together and decided to do a collaboration where what we would do is we would swap fabrics from our stash. So I would pick a fabric from my stash and send to Anna, and Anna would send a fabric to me from her stash. And then what we would do is we would just pick something to sew up. It would be a complete surprise. So if you want to see that video, again, I'll link it above here, and also make sure you check out Anna's one as well. So Anna sent me more than one fabric, which was amazing. And I actually made 2 items out of the fabrics that she sent me. And the first one, again, I mean, everyone knows now I'm completely obsessed with cats. I mean, I've got cat shoes and everything, but it's cat fabric. And I love this fabric so much. It is it's a cotton, and yeah, Anna sent me around about 1 metre of this, so I decided to make the Misty cami. Now, I made the Misty cami for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's actually part of my Make 9 plans, so I thought, brilliant, I can tick that off. Secondly, it's cat fabric, and the Misty cami, my cat, one of my cats, is called Misty, so I thought, how cute would it be to have cat fabric made into a Misty cami named after my cat? I know that the Misty cami is actually named after a ballerina, but yeah, no, this is this is just my weird take on it. And I've added in one of the Pink Coat Club contains cat hair labels, and I did the little ginger one because it's the Misty cami. Misty's obviously one of my cats, but Bentley is my little ginger cat. So this top kind of basically represents my 2 little cats. So whenever I wear it, I'll always be reminded of them, and I'll also be reminded that this fabric came from lovely Anna. So yeah, this one is an extra special top for me. But onto the actual top itself. The Misty cami is so incredibly easy to follow. It's a brilliant little cami top. You may think, you know, it's maybe quite similar to the Ogden cami, but honestly, it's very different. If you've seen my video with the collaboration, I try them both on. I will obviously insert pictures as well, but they do fit very differently. And they're really good in their own individual ways. So yeah, that was the first make. And then the second make from the sewing collaboration was an Ogden cami, which was this one here in this, this fabric is just stunning. It's so pretty. So you've got all these beautiful birds on, and it's on this lovely green background. I think it's probably coming across a little bit, well, slightly darker maybe on camera, but it is kind of like a really bright green. And I didn't have quite enough to make the full Ogden cami, so I did actually use some crepe from my stash. So even though it's a different colour green, I quite like the look of it. And yeah, it's just a lovely little cami top. So yeah, those were my 2 makes from the sewing collaboration. Okay, and then the next items that I'm going to show you, I don't actually have with me because it was actually for my lovely mummy bunny. So it was my mum's birthday in August, and so I made her a couple of items. Now, her favourite top that I make for her all the time is the Molly top from Sew Over It. And I think she actually refers to them as her tops. So if I say to her, what would you like for your birthday? Would you like me to make you something? And she's like, oh, I'll have one of my tops, please. So it's the Molly top is her favourite. And she likes the kind of like the 3/4 sleeve because, yeah, I think in the shops, I don't think you can often get ones that kind of finish here. They're normally like up here, or they're kind of, you know, proper 3/4 length. And she likes them kind of quite loose and everything. So I made her a Sew Over It Molly top, and I made it out of this lovely fabric. So this fabric I got from, I couldn't quite remember then, sorry, that fabric came from Minerva Crafts, and it is a lovely viscose jersey. Now, my mum is posing in these pictures, which I have to say I am extra special proud of her because she hates having her photo taken. I wasn't expecting her to take any pictures. I took pictures of the items on the mannequins so that she didn't have to, but she wanted me to share them with you guys so that you could see how they look like on her. My mum is probably one of my biggest sewing fans, so you'll probably quite often, if you look at the comments, she's popped a little note in there, which is lovely. So yeah, I was so happy to make that for her. And then the second item that I made, she didn't know about. She just thought she was going to be getting one of her tops. But I actually decided to make her some pyjamas. And I made her some Juno pyjamas from the Tilly and the Buttons book, Make It Simple. So I made the Tabitha t-shirt, short sleeve t-shirt, and then I made the Juno pyjama bottoms, and I shortened them because they have the full length pattern, but I shortened them to shorts for her because I kind of thought, you know, she likes her pyjamas, and the fabric was so difficult to give to her. I love that fabric so much, and it's Sleeping Hippos, and that fabric came from First for Fabrics. And yeah, I just, oh, it's so cute. It was so difficult to make them up and give them away, but yeah, I knew how much she'd like them. So yeah, that was the makes that I made for my mum. I did also, in case anyone's interested, I did make her a little card as well, a little cross-stitch card. And if you've seen my channel before, you know how much I love my tea, and I get that from my mum. My mum drinks tea by the bucket loads, like more or less every hour on the hour my mum has a cup of tea. So of course the card that I made her had to be tea. So that was the makes from August. Now, for any of you beady-eyed viewers, you may actually realise there's one item missing from my August sewing plans, and that was the Jessa shorts by Tilly and the Buttons. Now, I did start making these up, but I found out that I didn't actually have the correct size zip, so I had to order it. And basically, the weather just changed completely towards the tail end of August, and it just became a bit cold and a bit so I did start making them. I got to the point of sewing up the fronts and the backs and putting like the pockets on and everything. And this fabric is a lovely cord which came from Felicity Fabrics. It's one that I bought. And yeah, I was really up for making them, but because the weather changed, I just kind of thought, I can't be bothered. I was waiting for the zip arrived, but then I got completely waylaid making other things. So yeah, this has become part of the UFO pile, the unfinished object pile, for anyone that needs to know that. So yeah, I mean, we're having gorgeous weather now, so I might decide to pick them up again, But now that I've kind of got my September plans, I'm kind of a bit, I'll try and pick them up again if I can. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't make those up. So I do apologise for anyone that was wanting to see those. I will finish them, I promise, at some point. I just don't know when. But when I do, I'll make sure that I report back to you exactly how I got on with them and how they fit. And of course, you'll see photos and everything. If you follow me on Instagram, they go up on Instagram first, and then I share them on Facebook, YouTube. Don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was all of my makes from August. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give me a thumbs up because I just absolutely love it. And if you want to comment, let me know which one was your favourite. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.